What's up guys, it is Andrew Knight, and today we have got another Let's Play, and this is on Renaissance Blood, or Renaissance if the mood takes you to pronounce it that way. And this is a pretty good game. It's for Tegra, running on the Nexus 7. There's only a couple of levels, which is a little bit of a letdown, but we're going to soldier on nonetheless. And the big plus for this is of course that it supports a good old Xbox 360 controller using the on-the-go cable, which is obviously going to be a bit of a theme with these videos. As I said, I'm just going to square this up, as it means I can film these without my hands getting in the way. Come on, load times on this aren't fantastic, but the game itself isn't bad. It's sort of a first-person shooter, but it's on rails, so it's kind of like an arcade game. Reminds me of those ones you get at like cinemas and things that are stupidly expensive, and you die really quickly, but you get to point a gun at the screen and pretend to kill things. But yeah, it works pretty well actually on the mobile. Oh god, how do you shoot in this one? There we go. There we go. Forgot the controls. It's always good. We're alright. We're all shit. Yeah, but it works kind of well on mobile because you don't have to think as much about moving and running around and sort of finding where everyone is. You can just sort of let it play, and it's a bit more casual than your sort of normal first-person shooter, such as Shadowgun or Dead Trigger again, because you get landed in smaller levels. It's a little bit more chilled. But yeah, they're still good games, obviously, and I love Shadowgun and Dead Trigger. But this one really did appeal to me because it's got that rail shooter, and I think for the mobile, it kind of works. The controls are a little bit weird, a little bit difficult to get used to. I've got one of these stupid first-person shooter gaming nubs on this controller. It's not mine, it's my brother's. He used to be a massive COD gamer on the Xbox, so he's got one of these analog nubs, which makes everything a bit too sensitive. The other problem with this game, as far as reviewing it goes, is that for some reason the default sound setting, you cannot hear a word the guy is saying. Like, really cannot. The sound effects are way too loud, the music's too loud, and this guy's sort of wandering around this massive library with shitloads of zombies, and he's just whispering to himself. It's all a bit weird, but yeah, if you turn the sound up, you can sort of hear what's going on. And the storyline is your sort of generic evil dude is killing everyone by reanimating the corpses of the dead. Yeah, everyone loves a necromancer. Die. You got your two weapons. You got your crossbow, which does more damage, but it's really slow on obviously the reload times, things like that. And then you got your rifle, which you can just spam with. Obviously, they limit your rifle ammunition, and you can find it in crates and things. Otherwise, you can just go around spamming, and it'd be pretty easy. And we also got this hammer, or no, it's a mace, in fact, which is really irritating because you always use it at the wrong time and then get splattered early. So yeah, we'll swap out to this thing, kill a few more. As far as storyline goes, there isn't much just because it's too short. I can't remember if I paid for this or if it's free. I'll have to check that. But it's not a bad little time waster if you're into rail games or you want sort of that arcade nostalgia. Because that is really what it reminds me of. If you've ever played those old shite kamikaze ninja zombie thing, if you played those in the arcades, this will really remind you of them. The graphics aren't bad. They're not quite sort of Shadowgun and Dead Trigger quality, but they're pretty decent. You can see the detailing on the crossbow is pretty nice, and everything's pretty fluid. I haven't had any problem with lag. It is Tegra specific, so if you want to run this on something else, you're going to have to use Chainfire, which I'm assuming it runs on. I haven't tried it, but I can't see why I wouldn't. But yeah, come on, there we go. As far as like replay value goes, I've played it a bit. I sort of pick it up, play a level, put it down, because there's not enough content in it really, and it feels a bit like a demo at times. So a technical demo, because when it got released, or when it got demoed by Droid Gamers, who this is in association with, so obviously go check those guys out. I'll put a link in the description. But it seemed to look like it was going to be a first-person shooter, like online, not a rail shooter, and this does feel a little bit like a technical demo for that game. Having said that, it's not bad. I quite enjoy it, as you can probably tell. Obviously with these Let's Plays, I'm just choosing what I want to fucking do. Die. Sorry about that. Bit of gaming rage. I don't game, so Gamer's Rage is rare for me, so it's a bit of a novelty. So I'm just choosing which ones I want to do, so you know all of these are either interesting and I like them, or they're so laughably shit that I'm going to show you them anyway. This is thankfully the former rather than the latter. Let's swap out to this thing. Come on, what are those? They're sort of, I'm not really sure. They're like priests, but they've got like weird hands. I don't know what they're wearing. They're wearing those like Lady Gaga gloves. But yeah, the enemies are a little bit generic. That's my one complaint. Headshot, bitch. They all look kind of the same. There's like 2 enemies. Actually, there's 3. There's a gunman thing as well. And then there's a couple of like trolley type things and some bloke with explosives. There are a couple of bosses as well, which I probably won't get to because I'll probably die because I'm not really concentrating. Which spice things up a little bit, but again, it doesn't quite have that full polish of a full game. So if you are looking for something that you can, don't compare this to Shadowgun basically, because Shadowgun or something like Horn you can really play, and there's a decent amount of content there. This is less so. It's much more of a pick it up, shoot some shit, and put it down and do something else. I hit him in the head. The headshot system on this is absurd. Oh, watch. There we go. That was ironic. There we go, that was in the head. That was in the head. That was in the head. That was in the head as well. It's just awful. Touch controls on this are alright. It's actually slightly less sensitive with touch controls, which again might be because of this bloody analog nub that's on this controller. But they work kind of well. Doesn't lag with the analog sticks either, which for some reason some things do. When you interact with the screen rather than through a controller, especially on some of the older games, on probably on the Galaxy S I think, when I used to hook it up with a Wii remote, which in itself wasn't a great interface. It was almost worse than using the on-screen buttons, but it seemed to make it lag slightly less. That might have even been the Hero. Christ, that was a long time ago. Yeah, this video's kind of done, I think. Oh, cock. I don't think I'm going to die, actually. I've got a decent amount of health. Should die. Oh, cock. Come on. Come on. As I said, any comments are really, really welcome at this point, because I don't do these. I've never done these. I've never done these, he says, with his voice breaking in a manly fashion. I've never done these before. This is obviously the second one I've done. I say obviously, but probably not that obvious. This is the second one I've done. Tell me how you like it, if there's anything else I should be doing, or if you just want me to stick to unboxings and case reviews and other stuff like that. Why are they on fire? Who burns a book? Oh, cock. Oh, I hate these things. I say things, they're snakes. And they're sort of like suicide. They're like bees. They bite you once and they seem to think they have to die, which is all a bit odd. Come on, you can shoot in the cutscene. Come on. Oh, cock. Oh, I'll show you this bit. There's these berserker things. They're really fun. He lied through his teeth. The graphics a little bit. You can see on outside the. You can see the graphics are pretty nice. You've got sort of. I assume it's dynamic lighting. It might not be coming through this. Coming through the eaves. Was it the twir? Come on. There we go. Oh God, snakes. And yeah, the graphics are pretty good. Sky's pretty nice. Could move. That might be like, oh cock. What's on? Are they carrying a grave? That's just planning. Come on. There you go. So yeah, this is the Renaissance Blood, or Renaissance. Is that different depending on where you come from, or am I just weird? Anyway, yeah. So I'll see you guys next time, as I'm about to die. And quite frankly, I think I've shown you this enough to be getting along with. So I'll see you guys next time. Ta-da!